Hi there, you're listening to the Pursue Your Spark podcast. I'm your host and midlife warrior, Heike Yates. And on this show, we're talking about fitness, nutrition, and mindset strategies for women in midlife. Plus, our fierce guests on the show share their stories to help you reclaim your power to spark an authentic life. Well, hey there, Heike Yates here, and welcome to another episode of the Pursue Your Spark podcast. I can't believe it. It is the final episode of 2019. Yep, that's it for 2019 on the Pursue Your Spark podcast. And what a year it has been. I feel so honored to have been able to interview such amazing guests on the show. Anything from running to autoimmune disorders, to Pilates, to fitness, to you name it. We had women in midlife from all walks of life with all different stories, but all aimed to help you, maybe just a little bit in what you're going through and letting you know that you are not alone. And that's why I call the segment with my interviews Women on the Move. Because we're all in this together, we're helping each other out, and we let each other know by sharing our experiences and sharing how we solved some of the obstacles we encountered to help each other out and create a community of women in midlife that is a sisterhood of women that you can count on. You can reach out to any one of those ladies from the show and ask them for advice. Get connected to them on Instagram or Facebook and become friends with them. And you may even find out that you're living right next door to them, but you didn't know it. So I love sharing those interviews with you, and we will continue that in the new year with women from all walks of life with all different kinds of stories. And of course, I will share strategies and tips with you when it comes to fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle questions and strategies that work for you, the woman in midlife. So stay tuned for more to come in the new year, also on intermittent fasting. So thank you so much for being here on the show and supporting the show, and perhaps share them with your friends so the show will grow. So without further ado, I've been wanting to say that for a while. Without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. The past 2 months, I've been sharing the 4 pillars to transform your midlife. And we started with pillar 1, simple ways to find balance in your life. Pillar 2, mindfulness, and 3 ways to be mindful every day. With pillar number 3, why mental and physical strength are a powerful team, to today, how to boost your self-confidence. These 4 pillars are the foundation, and we implement each pillar in the 4-week Lean Out program so that you can create an even more powerful and lasting outcome of the goals you set for yourself. This is a 4-part series of transformation that includes lessons on balance, mindfulness, strength, and confidence, with strategies to take action when it comes to transformation in your midlife. So in each segment, I have tips and action steps, but you don't have to do those steps all at once. But I want you to go back if you missed any of the pillars and listen to the episodes and go through the action steps, or pick one of the action steps that is the most applicable to what you need right now and go from there. Those 4 pillars are the foundation of the 4-week Lean Out program, and they represent a teaching part within the program itself. So go check out the 4-week Lean Out program. I'd love to have you in January when the next round of the 4-week Lean Out program starts. And today we're talking pillar 4, how to boost your self-confidence. And I think this is the perfect ending for 2019 and the perfect start for 2020. So let's dive into today's episode, how to boost your self-confidence. Self-confidence is top priority for many people. And at times it seems that as if we should just be confident. No questions asked. Nobody asks us where we get our confidence and how do we get confident. It is simply assumed that we are confident in the choices we make, in the work we do, in the things that we attempt to do. But it's not that easy to be confident. Many of us have fears or feel overwhelmed by too much stuff and too many requests. And also, we feel, many of us feel that we are not doing a good enough job. And that niggles on our self-confidence as well. That we're striving to be perfect or give the perfect appearance to others around you. But confidence doesn't grow on trees and we're not born with it. When you think of a baby that's born, it is not confident from the moment it's born to get up and start walking. It takes time to develop the confidence for a baby, for instance, to even just roll over. It takes a while to roll over. And then once you roll over, you lie on your belly and you can't lift your head. So you have to practice lifting the head. And then once you do this, crawling is next. And that's a biggie, to get up on those little arms and legs and start motoring forward. But that's not the end of it. Then the next step is standing. Oh my goodness. That's so hard because you keep falling down a lot of times. And then finally you stand. But that's not a given that you have the confidence to motor on and start walking. All these steps have to be practiced. And the confidence, it's not built in. And neither is it with us. We women need to work on our confidence just like all the other things in our life. And here are my 3 things you can do to boost your self-confidence. This is definitely my favorite, ladies. Say no. I have talked about it and I've repeated it over and over to say no. And no is a full sentence. It doesn't require a no, I am sorry. No, I can't do it because. It's just no. No means that you're in control of your choices, that you're in control of your day, the things you do, the choices you make are determined by what you take on and what you say no to. And it takes a ton of confidence to say no. I know you can picture this. I know you may sit there and say, man, Heike, you're so right. I wish I could say no more often. But it is okay. Keep practicing it. Just like my baby example. That was so cute. Just my baby example is keep practicing on a small scale. Say no to the things that do not serve you. Say no to the things that you just don't want to do. And I just recently had an example, or I have an example for you. Just recently, a client of mine traveled back home to her home country. And she said, Heike, all these relatives from my home country want me to bring them stuff. And I didn't understand. And she says, well, they want me to buy things here like Gucci bags or shoes and bring them back to my home country. Although they could buy them there, but they think it's cheaper here. So I am supposed to buy those things, but not necessarily get paid for them. And besides, I don't want to run out shopping now and stuff my suitcase full with things that they could buy themselves. And I said, okay, listen, girl, you're going to say no. And she said, oh, I can't do this. This is family. And I say, well, then for this time, we're going to practice saying, no, my suitcase is full. I know, I said no excuses, but we're starting with baby steps. So I said, okay, when you finish with our training today, you're going to go on the phone, you're going to call, or you email, however you want to communicate. You say, no, my suitcase is full. Or no, not right now. No, thank you. Something along those lines. And she was not sure she could do it. And I said, just do it. If you're not going to do it, I do it for you. And she said, no, I'm going to do it. So what turns out, when she said no, the whole situation went away. She traveled to her home country once she got back. And I said, so what happened? She said, I didn't buy anything. I didn't bring anything. I just said, no, my suitcase is full. And I said, and how was it? She said, guess what? They were not upset. They were like, okay, you said no. And I was the one who felt compelled to please them and to make them happy. I was so proud of her. So decide on the things that you do not want to do for whatever reason. You don't have to justify it. And start with a small baby step like, no, my suitcase is full. And the next time you say, no, not right now. Or just say no. But don't be sorry. Because you know deep down you are not sorry when you say no, because we're stopping to be people pleasers. We're taking on confidence and we're stopping to please others. Number 2, choose what is important to you when it comes to confidence. Building confidence is all about making choices. It is knowing precisely what you want and having a plan. So when you build your confidence, don't think of all areas in your life. You could start with saying no. There could be one area in your life. But for example, when it comes to nutrition and you're not sure how to shop. As for instance, in the 4-week lean out program, I show you how to shop based on your lean out goals. It may be super natural for you that you go to the bakery and the soft drink aisle and you buy things that are not helping you with your lean out goals. But as we're building confidence with what is on your list and what should be on your list to support the lean out goals, you can stick to those goals and practice each time you go to the grocery store, sticking to that list. And you feel so amazing when you say, okay, I really only shop for the things that serve me, that I want, and I can do this. I can skip the soft drink aisle. I can skip the cookie aisle. And you will feel so much more confident when you have your list together that helps you serve, in this case, your nutrition goals. So choose what's important to you. Don't try to do all at once. Number 3, create confidence through repetition. Many of us think that if we do something one time, we should own it. We should know how to do this without question, without help, and we should nail that habit. But habits take time and take repetition, and it can take years to repeat something over and over until it sticks. But the good news is a bad habit can be broken at any time and be replaced with a new habit. But it takes repetition and consistency. If you think that every afternoon at work you get your sugar cravings at 3 o'clock, which seems to be the magic hour, everybody gets tired, they want coffee or a snack from the vending machine, and everybody's in this little bit of a slump. And so it becomes a habit of going at 3 o'clock to grab a coffee or to get something sweet from the vending machine or even salty, depending on your taste. But when you think about that you can replace this habit with something that serves you better, for instance, you might go for a walk, even if it's just around the office, Or you look out the window and check out the traffic and start breathing. It's another good way to bring everything back a little bit into the afternoon and increase your energy when the energy slump happens. But you don't need to continue your old habit. All you need to do is recognize it, change it for the new habit of taking a walk around the office, starting to deep breathe. Every time in the afternoon you get up, you get tired, and you start breathing. Looking out the window maybe, getting some fresh sunlight, and some fresh air to go outside perhaps. But I want you to repeat the same strategy every day you're at work. So over time, you may actually be able to kick those sweet cravings. I'm sure you can. But replacing a habit that doesn't serve you with one that serves you will not always go smooth. So don't get frustrated when on the second day you're going for the cup of coffee or for that sweet treat that you've been eyeing. It's okay, but don't give up. Keep continuing to work on that new habit. So there you have it. My 3 habits that boost your self-confidence. Number 1, say no. Number 2, choose what's important to you. And number 3, create confidence through repetition. So now, remember, say no unapologetically. Choose what's important to you. And remember that repetition will help change habits. So there you have it. Are you ready to boost your self-confidence? I hope so. I will put a link in the show notes for each pillar of the transformation to your midlife, so you can go back and listen to an episode you may have missed, and the 4-week lean out program, so you can join us in January. With that, my friends, I am out of here. I wish you a happy new year. Connect with me over on Instagram at Heike Yates or the Pursue Your Spark podcast. And with that, I'll see you in 2020 with the most burning questions answered when it comes to fitness, nutrition, and mindset. I'll see you then. Ciao.